split water, we get hydrogen and oxygen. If you accept all the terms and conditions, we will confirm the order. If I had wings, I would come flying to you. If you had behaved a little bit politely, you would have saved the situation. Out of these 4 sentences, which one is correct? In fact, all of them are correct, but they are meant for different situations. In English, we have 4 kinds of conditionals, conditional clauses. The first one is a zero conditional, second is first conditional, third is second conditional, and the fourth one is the third conditional. This is a series of 5 lessons. In each lesson, I am going to cover one conditional with ample examples, so the idea is clear to you and you will be very much clear which tense goes in which conditional. Let's start with the first type, that is a zero conditional clause. Let's start with the examples. If you freeze water, it turns into ice. If you mix yellow and blue, you get green. If you are kind to others, others are kind to you. If it rains, the ground gets wet. If I cry, I get a headache. If you make noise, the baby wakes up. Now let's see in which situations this kind of clause is used. If you look at the first 2 sentences, if you freeze water, it turns into ice, and if you mix yellow and blue, you get green. These are the scientific facts. Okay? They tell about the scientific fact, the scientific truth. If you look at the next 2 sentences, if you are kind to others, others are kind to you, and if it rains, the ground gets wet. These are general truth. General truth. These 2 sentences. And if you go ahead, if I cry, I get a headache, and if you make noise, the baby wakes up. These are habits, or you can say these are general truth, habits. Okay. So we can say very safely that a zero conditional is used when you want to state a scientific fact, a general truth, or any present current habit. Now what is the pattern? But before we go ahead to the pattern, we need to understand if clause. In every sentence you will see an if clause. How to identify the if clause? The clause that begins with an if is called an if clause. Okay? If you make noise. So these are all if clauses, and the remaining ones are main clauses. Main clauses. Everywhere the main clauses, remaining ones. If you look at all these if clauses, you will see the present tense is used. If you freeze is a verb in the present tense. Mix, present tense. Are, present tense. Rains, cry, make, all these are in the simple present. If you look at the verbs which are used in the main clause, turns, get, are, gets, get, wakes or wakes up. All these are also in the simple present tense, and based on this we can say if clause you need to use the simple present, and in the main clause you need to use again the simple present tense. In the zero conditional, one has to use the simple present tense both in the if clause and in the main clause. Before we end our lesson, let's have a quick recap. The zero conditional is used for stating a scientific truth, a general truth, or any current habit. The structure or the pattern is, in if clause you need to use the simple present, and in the main clause the simple present. Hope the idea of the zero conditional is clear to you. Now it's your turn. I'm going to show you 3 sentences and you need to identify the zero clause and write it in the comment section. We'll be back very soon with the first conditional clause lesson. Till then, keep watching, keep learning, keep growing. Learn English with Shivkanya. Thank you for your love, time and support. Ciao.